Nashville's Grand Ole Opry was the show that made country music famous. It's celebrating its 90th anniversary this year. The Opry's heart and soul came to life in the pages of this new book, and I've got a copy of it now. It's a family album. Editor Dan Rogers joins us this morning from Nashville. Hi, Dan.
Hello from Nashville, Mary.
It's good to see you. Would you describe the concept behind the book?
Sure. What the book really does is celebrate our 90th anniversary by walking a reader through 9 decades of great country music, from 1925, when the Opry first went on the air, to today, when folks like Carrie Underwood and Little Big Town will be with us this very weekend celebrating 90 great years.
We're looking at video now. I see Loretta Lynn. As I flip through the pages of the book, I see Loretta Lynn with Martina McBride. I mean, you really span, and it helps us appreciate all of those eras in country music. In terms of the family album, why did you take that approach to commemorate 90 years?
Well, first of all, the Opry really does feel like a family. When you walk in backstage and you see someone like Loretta Lynn and Martina McBride, knowing that Martina grew up loving her music, and then the next thing you know, Martina's moved to Nashville and is being invited to become a Grand Ole Opry member. And who but Loretta Lynn, one of her great heroes, comes out to make her an official Opry member.
Dolly Parton, Marty Stewart. I mean, it's amazing to me to really reflect back, because if you grow up on country music, and then maybe you don't listen to some of these artists as much anymore, you're into the new stuff, and there are plenty of those artists in this book as well, but it helps you appreciate the scope of country music.
Sure. The great thing about the Grand Ole Opry is week in and week out, we celebrate the past, present, and future of country music. So if you tune in or come to visit, you're going to see people like Dolly Parton, who my parents grew up with, and then folks like Carrie Underwood, who, as I said, is on this very weekend.
Yeah, listen, I had a Reader's Digest CD that had Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers on it. And I remember as an elementary schooler listening to Islands in the Stream, and just, you know, if it resonates, it resonates, and it doesn't have to be a parent that introduces you to it. Is there a story here, Dan, that stands out to you, something that happened on stage or backstage at the Opry?
Oh gosh, there are so many great stories through the years. One of my favorite things, and one element that people always talk about, is the night that President Richard Nixon visited the Opry. It was a momentous night anyway, and that the Grand Ole Opry House was opening that night. It was the very first time a U.S. president had visited, and believe it or not, President Nixon sat down at the piano and sang "God Bless America," and the crowd sang along, and it just felt like, to me, maybe that's the night that the Opry cemented its place as an American icon.
There's a birthday bash in Nashville this weekend. What's planned?
We have all kinds of fun things that you can actually tune in to from Omaha, but you can also come visit us. Carrie Underwood will be on stage. She'll be here for 2 shows. We have 2 other shows featuring our newest members, Little Big Town, as well as lots of other artists. And great shows coming up throughout October and the rest of the year. Alison Krauss will be with us, Loretta Lynn, Miranda Lambert's coming on Tuesday with Alan Jackson, so a lot of great stuff coming up at the Opry.
Could you get some stars lined up, Dan? Just kidding.
Let's do that.
Let's do that. Grand Ole Opry 90th anniversary, the family album, is available now where books are sold. Thank you, Dan. Have a wonderful weekend in Nashville.
You bet. Come see us and plan a trip at Opry.com.
We would love it. We would. Mike?
You bet.